In a small village, there lived a man known as Chief Amadi. He was a wealthy man, powerful in his community and respected by all. His compound was large, with several houses and acres of fertile land that stretched as far as the eyes could see. Many people from different parts of the village came to seek his favor, and in exchange, he provided them with jobs. Chief Amadi had one habit, though, which many did not speak of openly but knew well. He had a reputation for making advances of his housemates. Young women from surrounding villages would come to work in his house, and before long, many of them would find themselves pregnant. Chief Amadi would take care of them and the children, but his actions were no secret as they sparked gossip all over the village. One day, a young woman named Adeze arrived at Chief Amadi's compound. She was from a distant village and had heard about the prosperity of the chief household. Adeze was a beautiful and hard-working woman, with skin as dark as the river's depth and the eyes that sparkled with intelligence. Her parents had been struggling, and when the opportunity arose to work in Chief Amadi's house as a maid, she took it eagerly, hoping to send money back home to support her family. At first, Adeze was careful and avoided the chief's attention. She knew the story of other girls who had come and gone, their names whispered behind closed doors, their children growing up without knowing their fathers. Adeze was determined to keep her distance, focus on her work and earn her money. But Chief Amadi was not easily ignored. He was drawn to Adeze's grace, her poise, and the way she carried herself with dignity. She was different from the others, he noticed. She didn't laugh at his joke or linger by his side, and for some reasons, that only made him more interested. He began to make small gestures, offering her gifts and praising her work. Adeze, however, remained distant, keeping her eyes on her task and avoiding conversation with the chief. Days turned into weeks, and Adeze continued to resist Chief Amadi's advances. But one day, when she was alone in the kitchen, preparing dinner, he cornered her. "Adeze," he said softly, "you have been here long enough now. Why do you keep pushing me away? You should know I am a man of great power. I can provide you with everything you need and more. Just accept me and I will take care of you." Adeze stood frozen, her heart pounding. She had heard the rumors, but she never thought she would be caught in this trap. Yet her mind was clear. She had come to work, not to fall into the arms of a man who treated women like mere objects. She shook her head, trying to free herself from his grip. "No, Chief. I came here to work, not to become a part of your plans." For a moment, the chief stared at her in disbelief. He had never been rejected by a woman before, and it stung. But instead of letting his pride hurt him, he saw something else in Adeze's eyes: strength. "You are not like the others, Adeze," he said softly. "You are not like the others, but I will make sure you are well taken care of, no matter your choice." Adeze knew this wasn't the end. She had seen the way things played out for other women. Something in her heart told her that she wouldn't be like them. As days passed, the chief made his intention clear, but Adeze refused to give in. Still, she felt the pressure, the weight of his advances. It was as though the whole household was watching her, waiting to see if she would bend to the chief's will. Then, one day, Adeze found out she was pregnant. At first, she didn't know what to do. The news made her stomach twist in knots. Her fear grew when she realized that the chief would expect her to stay. She knew that once a woman becomes pregnant by him, there was no escaping his control. But Adeze was determined not to fall into the trap of becoming just another one of the chief's many victims. She would not let her future be determined by a man who saw women as nothing more than tools for his pleasure. Adaeze left the compound secretly before anyone noticed her absence. She went to the nearest town where her aunt lived and sought refuge. Her aunt was a wise woman who had seen the ways of the world and understood the struggle of young women in the village. She listened carefully as Adaeze told her story. "Adaeze, my child, you have done well by coming here," her aunt said after a long pause. "You have made the right choice, but there is something you must know. The chief's passions are not just his own. They are part of a deeper issues in our society. There are many like him who think they can control women through power and money. But we women have strength, we have wisdom, and we have each other." Adaeze listened attentively, feeling the weight of her aunt's words. She had come to understand that Chief Amadi's behavior was not just about him, but about the society that allows such things to happen. Women were seen as objects to be controlled, used and discarded when no longer needed. But Adaeze refused to be part of that cycle. With her aunt's guidance, Adaeze returned to the village not as a servant, but as a woman with a plan. She had learned of the other women in the village, those who had been exploited and forgotten. She gathered them together and they formed a collective, a powerful group of women who would no longer let their voices be silent. Adaeze's pregnancy became a symbol of their strength, not their shame. The women of the village began to speak out against Chief Amadi and his behavior. They gathered the elders, the respected leaders of the village, and demanded justice for the wrongs that had been done. Please watch out for part 2 of these stories, and please like the video and subscribe.